Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hot Seat Saturday. Today we have Miss Jewel with Alkaline Academy. Jewel, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what is Alkaline Academy?
Well, I started Alkaline Academy in 2019 officially, but I've been Alkaline for about 9 years now. I started because I was really ill from birth. So technically, I'm supposed to be disabled right now. Instead, I travel weekly. I help clients have a better quality of life through herbs and food and kind of knowledge of your body. Because a lot of us don't know, how our body system works. So even if you're doing detoxes, if your body is not aligned, you won't be able to fully detox correctly. And a lot of people are guiding people but aren't educated enough in themselves for what they're doing to be effective enough. So what I do is I educate people on their situation one by one, and I kind of recommend things that they can really do. Some more of my background. I have experience healing myself and getting off of 28 medications that I was supposed to die on. Um, So I have one kidney also. I catheterized myself for 26 years of my life. So before that, I never knew what it was like to use the bathroom. I taught myself to use the bathroom by myself rather. And with that, you know, we don't know about pelvic health, and especially as women, we don't know about how much that controls, like, not even just bladder function, but reproductive function and all of that. So I help women with those issues. That's kind of what I specialize in because I've learned from experience. I actually detoxed cancer. I had cancer, and nobody really knew about that. I only told a handful of people. And then the other big issue that I've been working on is inflammation because I have spina bifida. So I was supposed to have another surgery and that was supposed to paralyze me. But with chiropractor care, massage, eating differently, and just kind of stretching and yoga, I've been able to kind of overcome having to have another surgery, being paralyzed, which allows me to walk and skate every day and play basketball. But really, my main goal is to get the youth and a lot of people off opiates. That's kind of like my main mission right now, is working with people with addictions and helping them heal on a psychological level, but a physical level as well, because those go hand in hand. So that's my main mission right now. I've personally had 13 surgeries. I used to be in the hospital weekly. Now I help people weekly. So I've turned my life all the way around, and I just really want to share my story so it can inspire those and then help those that are going through stuff, help their families and all that understand, and look from different point of views because we can heal. It's just about what we put in our bodies and how we take care of our bodies. So.
Yep.
Wow.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Wow. Wow. Wow.
You know, so I'm a customer of yours. I'm a very loyal customer of yours, I would say. And in one area though, I need to expand. I need to get some other things. But something about you, your energy drew me into you. And I'm not even, that's even before the product piece. So learning these things about you just now is everything. I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you for sharing just all of what you shared. I mean, I would have never known or could have ever even imagined that you had endured all those things. But to be able to endure what you've endured and to be able to have the ability to heal yourself is amazing. It is amazing. You are amazing.
Thank you.
That's what I got right now. I'm gonna let somebody else speak. I'll say something else in a little bit, but my goodness, my God.
I can go next. Look, Davina's just like smiling.
I always smile when it's the next person's turn.
No, I am amazed by you. I've been following you for some time, and your journey and your story has always been just amazing to me. So to have this moment to even have this conversation with you is amazing. And I just want you to know that everything you do is important to all of us, and we do all appreciate you for real.
And as well as all of our viewers. A lot of people probably don't know that you can heal yourself from certain things and that there is another alternative other than medications. And so, usually, when people go to the doctors and the doctor says that this is your fate and this is what you need to take, they just kind of go along with that and think, like, this is my life and this is what I have to deal with. So, even for like myself, I just learned a lot in that little bit that you did say that, you know, just because one person has given me a fate doesn't mean that I have to go ahead and ride that wave with that fate, that there is alternatives to that. And it's all in who you know and research and all of the rest of that. So thank you.
I
Yeah.
have a question.
Go ahead.
So for someone who maybe doesn't have a lot of knowledge on alkaline, how would you explain that and what that is and what it actually does to the body to change to an alkaline diet?
Okay. Well, we focus with pH balance. So each part of your body should be a certain pH. You technically want to be around a 7.4. That's healthy for like a average pH balance. So you want to be at a 7.4. That's where no disease can really affect your immune system, your body. Um, of course, certain parts of your body are supposed to be acidic, but overall, you want about a 7.4. So eating alkaline, um, there's a few different versions of that. So alkaline fruits are a whole list of them. But then there's Dr. Sebi's list, which is healing. So all those foods he put on there to be less detrimental to our bodies while they're trying to heal. So then if you look at certain fruits and vegetables, they're still alkaline on the like chart, but they're not Dr. Sebi approved due to them being hybrid. So it all comes down to chemistry. Our bodies are all basically chemicals. So like adding different like minerals in your body will heal it. If you're dehydrated, add water. Whatever we're missing, we're basically not really sick. We're just missing a lot of minerals and vitamins and we're so dehydrated.
Can you tell us about um, some of the products that you have?
So my main products of course is sea moss. I carry the kind that Dr. CB used. What makes my gel different, I use medical grade water. So that helped me beat cancer. Sorry, I don't want to make a medical claim on them, but it helped me detox my body faster and hydrated my kidneys. So the water I use, it penetrates our cells on a smaller scale. So it hydrates us, but it doesn't bloat us. So the water that I use, it hydrates you on a different level. I have bladderwrack, sea moss, and burdock root capsules. But then I also offer my clients that I work one on one with. I have over 300 herbs that I work with. So it just depends on what you're going through, what your case looks like, on what I recommend. My website, I have like general products like Maya, which is Dr. CB's iron supplement. So that's 23 different herbs. And I use that for people that have anemia, really needs to detox your blood, among other things. So if you're constipated, a baby can take it. It's not detrimental to their health. Um, I have eye honey. So I used to wear glasses. My whole life I've wore glasses. Since about the second grade. My eyesight isn't all the way there, but my eyes were so bad that I could not see anything without my glasses. So now I can drive, I play basketball, skate, and I'm still working on my vision, but basically the eye honey has got all the mucus and it's detoxed my eyes enough where I can see way better than what I used to be able to. And then I carry my book, Acidic to Alkaline, my clothing line, which is just kind of plants over pills. Um, and I started that. So that's just like a sister business. Plants over pills is a baby that I haven't developed yet. It will be teaching people, well, probably kids, basically, um, like about the whole plant-based food diet and why that's important. And it'll be like an interactive business, so they can kind of learn um, kind of how to grow food and stuff like that.
I like that.
I love that.
I'm just like anybody else is like, I'm just
That's
mind blown.
cool.
Mind blown. Um, so I want to just give all praises to your bladder whack CMOS capsules and your not the bladder whack, but the other original ones too. Anytime my daughter has a flare up with her eczema, it's like she needs those pills. They're like a lifeline for her to not have outbreaks. She has no outbreaks when she takes those capsules. And we started this back in February. And I'm talking eczema creams, dermatologists, CeraVe, all of that, all of the big stuff that I was spending all this money on. And I go and I give it to her on Jello because she can't swallow the capsules or whatever, Jello, yogurt, whatever have you. I open it up. She knows that she needs to take it, but it cleared up those areas. And if I don't have any, let's say I ran out, I got to get some today. I'm going to order some tonight. But if I run low or run out, when I run out, her skin is fine. Like it stays fine until I get some more. My daughter hasn't had an eczema outbreak since February. She was having those big, like little cluster outbreaks on her skin. And I'm like, we're at the dermatologist. We're at all these different places. And you had stated to me, you were like, you can actually use it on her skin. And so I did that. She had this one spot that was on her arm, and I took the stuff out of the inside of it and I rubbed it on that one spot. And within that next morning, I was starting to see clearage. So I, of course, taped them for myself as well. But I'm like really just amazed at that. And so I took her to her checkup here at the doctor last couple weeks ago. And they were like, well, it was like her checkup, her yearly, and we're going through everything. How's the eczema been? Fine. Oh, if you guys still using the CeraVe? No. What are you using? CMOS capsules? Huh? Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to continue to do because I mean, nothing in my daughter's 17 and nothing has ever worked until February of 2023. So I thank you truly for what you have. And I want to be so aware of everything else that you have. Heal Minneapolis. I have not been there yet. Is that somewhere I need to go?
Yes. So that is my, I don't want to put a label on it, but that's my home. So Hill gave me a place in the community to carry my products, but really host and make a community at Hill for Alkaline Academy. So it is a all vegan restaurant. So there's no dairy, no meat, any processed foods, and most of the food and the produce comes from a black owned farm. So everything is made with love and it's so fresh. And helping Sierra, shout out to my sis Sierra, help her open the store and just being a part of her vision has really been a eye-opening experience, and it's been something that really elevated my whole life as far as being a part of something amazing for the community. So.
So, for somebody like myself that doesn't really know too much about Alkaline Academy, if I wanted to get started, how would I do so?
So the best way to go about that, I have a website which is www.alkacademy.com. There you can find education on alkaline stuff. You can find education on my products, on me. I do have more information on Facebook, so it would be ALK Academy. I have a group on there that I give out information, and then I do have a business page there that I put information on. And then I have a book. It's called Acidic to Alkaline. So the book is really a beginner's guide on how to become alkaline. There's herbs in there, the combination of food, what to eat together and what not to eat together. And there's so much more, information that you can go back and kind of, along your journey and keep and like use as a reference also. So
Okay.
So, do you eat any of the traditional foods, like the foods that other people eat?
I haven't ate anything like that in almost 10 years now.
Wow.
And every year since 2019, I eat raw vegetables and fruits for over 100 days of the year. So
So when you say raw vegetables, like you're eating like carrots and so like you're not cooking the like the process, just like uh,
all raw fruits, and you got to remember, I don't even eat carrots. So the list for me is really short. So I remember it was this year. I think I lived off of avocados and key limes and sea moss for maybe like 40 days of 140 days. Just avocados, like all day, just eating them, cutting them. And my friends are like, "You just gonna eat an avocado?" I'm like, "I have to eat something. I'm hungry. What y'all want me to eat?" So
Did
like
you put
I
anything on it? Just a plain
yes.
avocado?
So I'll put cayenne pepper on it, and then I put like sea seasoning. So like dulce, bladderwhack, stuff like that. I'll put that on there and eat it like that, but nothing else.
Okay.
wow, this is amazing.
I know.
Like amazing. Like you hear it,
Mm.
but you're like, you don't really get this up close and personal. Oh man. Wow. So these 100 days, do you like typically like do you have like a regimented time frame of the year that you do this, like summertime or
Well, technically, I always tell myself I'm gonna do it in the summertime. The first time I did it, I lived in California, so I had moved to California to learn how to grow fruits and vegetables, start a farm. And a part of my healing journey was giving up everything that my old life consists of. So I gave my car up. I gave my shoes and clothes up, which I was a sneakerhead. I had over 300 pairs of shoes. I went over north and handed all my shoes out to kids. Um, so leaving and going to California, I had one bag that I owned. I gave everything else away. Building my life back up, I started Alkaline Academy in California, and I decided to come back to Minnesota during the pandemic because nothing like what I'm doing, nobody did that at that time. And I knew that back home needed me more than California did. So I decided to come back home, and I really been here ever since. Like, I go back and forth, but I stay here. But going to California, that renewed my spirit as far as I got all of the heavy material stuff away. Like, I was getting opportunities to stand in rooms with millionaires that had clothes that I've never even, been in the same room with before. So, and I had a $20 outfit telling them about my story and my plan. And, I felt like I took the shine over because I was healed and I didn't hide behind material things anymore. So, like, my journey has been more than just fasting and changing the way I eat. It's really getting my connection with God back, getting my strength and my belief system, and learning God for myself and not learning it from everybody else's perspective. Because talking to God daily, that got me through fasting. That got me through discipline, and you know the donut sitting right there, and it's like the donut right there, Jewel, and I'd be like, God, God, I gotta really talk to him like you my best friend, like please, God, and just having God there, that a lot of people don't have that part of the puzzle. You can't act like yes, we can heal ourselves, but spiritually, for you to be completely healed, you got to have that connection with God. And a lot of people don't understand that either.
Wow.
Just thinking of 100 days, just eating an avocado. That's all that's been going through my mind this whole time. Like, girl, can you do it? I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'll make it. I don't like avocados like that. Do I eat them? Yes. Um, or let me rephrase that. I eat guacamole, so I know it's a little bit different. So just thinking about that, that seems like a task. And so for people that are watching and thinking like, okay, in order for me to get my body, my mind, and my soul in shape and be on her level of alkaline, I got to eat avocado for 100 days. 100 days is a long time.
No, 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 you do not have to be on my list. Like, nobody see I was brought through what I was brought through physically to be able to help people on the level that I do. Because without going through that pain, or without having to take the medications, or without having to know the pain of hunger and how that feels to heal and actually feel that, I can't tell you in all honesty or guide you onto the right path without experiencing that.
Yes.
So I work with a lot of people with cancer and really ill, but I do help people that need, just nutritional. If you just need nutritional, come to one of my free classes, buy the book. You can. The biggest piece is knowing your body, learning your body, because what I eat will not be sufficient for what you eat,
Very
because my body is different than what your body is.
yes.
Very true.
So when we speak of the spiritual aspect of it, um, when was that moment that you were like, okay, I gotta get this relationship with God, otherwise I'm not gonna make it?
God was beating me up. God was beating me up. Like, I can't even say he was, but the lessons was beating me. So I was in California and I used to run in the desert. And I was leaving Walmart after a run. And I came out of Walmart and got ran over by a car. So I got really hurt. Like I was hurt. And this was in 2019. Now, since 2019, I've got ran over by a car twice in the parking lot. And I've been in 2 car accidents since then. So
What?
the yes. And my arm's been broke in the last 3 years. And nobody's known. I've continued to run my business. I've continued to help people. And people, like, I hand make products. So when my arm was broke, it was, I had a sling on, and I was making the capsules, and my arm was in the sling. And my cousin was like, "You want me to help you?" I'm like, "You don't got time. I got this. I'm going to do it." So just me tapping in and fasting and praying, I was so depressed, y'all. Like, I was happy because I felt good. And I'm like, I ain't never felt this good in my life. But I was depressed because I didn't have a path. I was lost still. And I was so physical because I always had to have the latest Jordan. My hair always had to be done, my nails. Um, I used to talk about people. Like, it got to the point where I was a person that I didn't like. And I was so sick. So mentally, I was sick. Physically, I was sick. And spiritually, I was sick. So I had to detox my physical. Then I detoxed my mental. But my spirit was so heavy. It was so heavy. It's like, God, I don't have nothing. I gave everything up. What am I supposed to do now? And the one thing that I didn't do was actually give in to God and let Him take control instead of trying to control everything.
And your spiritual actually will take over all of the rest. If you are in a bad place spiritually, eventually you will become physically and mentally in a bad place as well. So I'm glad you said that because I think that that is actually a very important key part in everybody's world of, and whatever it is that you believe in, to be able to get one with that.
Yes. Yes. Right.
You are just,
Amazing.
Amazing.
you
Trying
know,
to be over here eating avocados, trying to get it together.
what
Yeah.
I can appreciate about what you said was, and I can resonate with that part as well, is the vainness that once resided in you, that once you were able to find your faith and actually walk within your faith, how those things start to lift up off of you. And then all of a sudden, those things no longer like are a part of you. And then if you look back, it looks, this is my experience, but it kind of sounds similar. It kind of feels like foreign, like in a sense of like, just a disconnect from who that person was. And it seems like you just want to just serve and give back. And that's where Women Empowered is. We want to serve and we want to give back. And so I just think that I feel very blessed to even have you on our podcast, but even just to be in your realm and your presence, because we need to be around people that I mean, I guess I wouldn't have known that you were had gone through literally the ringer of everything in life. And then when it all turns around, it all leads back to your faith. That's amazing. That's amazing.
It is.
I agree. What was your turning point when you took all of what you've been through and wanted to help others? Because I know during recovery and all of that, what changed where you were like, I got to help everybody else?
So when I got to California, I wasn't a big deal, but I felt like I was so little, but I was a big fish in California. So like people, like the vegan scene is really big. So when I got down there, people are like, you're fasting, you're doing all this. And I'm like, don't praise me though. Like, I don't want to be praised. I just want to be acknowledged for, or inspiring. I didn't really want to be praised. But I knew that I was supposed to help and serve people when Nipsey Hussle died. So we had went down to the site where he had died, where he got shot at, like in front of his store. And I just felt real spiritual down there. So when I left, I was sitting there and I'm thinking like, all this stuff is coming out. Dr. Sebi had died, Nipsey Hussle died. And I'm like, they could possibly come, something could happen to me. I had got into that car accident. I'm like, let me write this book. Let me try to help, one person every day. So I wasn't the person on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. Like, I want to be Instagram famous. I was behind the scene helping that one or two people a day because that's all I could help. When people have heavy situations and you're really helping them, you can't help 4 or 5 people out that day because their cases are so heavy. So it's like I was really doing the work, and for a while I did feel like I was being overlooked because a lot of people had more money to put into buying products than I did, when all reality God was like, get that out your head. I'm going to take care of you, take care of the people that I'm sending to you. So then that's kind of when I'm like, if something happened to me, let me hurry up and make sure I help the people that are coming, and I publish the book. So it's not perfect, but it's my work. It's like, I know it's not perfect, and I'm a creative, so I don't really care if it's not like to date or how it's supposed to be. That's how I want it to be. So
I'm loving that. Women Empowered's model is the each one teach one. And so I truly do believe that to teach one person your skills, to pass it on, that one person can go and teach another one person. And so every day that you hit one person, that one person turned around and was able to hit another, which then can blossom and bloom into thousands and thousands of individuals.
yes. And that is the goal, because if you gatekeep, like, and I didn't help anybody, then if I would something would have happened to me, my story would have just stopped. That what I know would just stop. But if I tell this one person, 2 people, for however long I'm here, it's gonna keep going, and that's kind of my goal. So.
Well, and then you're building a legacy as well, because then when someone asks the next person, like, well, how did you learn of this? Well, Jewel told me about this. And, or I learned this from Catherine, and Catherine learned it from a girl named Jewel. And so your name will constantly be involved in the process of how one was able to get onto this journey with you. And so I think that that alone is amazing. Um, I've always said too, I don't want to be rich and famous, but I do want to be out here and do the work. I want to be able to be known only because I want to be known as that person that helped, that person that was able to give back, that person that was able to love on you and care for you. Um, Not like, oh, she has money. Like, no, he's going to provide me with everything that I need. I just need to know how to contain my greediness or my wants. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's going to give me everything I need, but I'm always going to have some wants. And I have to understand that my wants are just that. They're just wants. He's going to give me everything that I need to survive and to go wherever it is that I need to go. And so the only thing that I want for myself is just like you said, like to be able to touch that one person, and that one person be able to kind of live along and say like, well, Davina was here for me, or Davina did this.
Yes. Definitely.
Wow. I'm still amazed with your story of what you were just saying in the beginning. Like, I knew parts of it because, you shared certain things, but I didn't know you went through all of that. Like, wow. Wow. Strong. Resilient.
Very, very. Yeah.
Thank you. It kind of it sets me out from the other people that just sell CMOS. That's why I tell people, they're like, you sell CMOS? And I'm like, I help people. I don't just sell sea moss. Like anybody can sell sea moss, but not everybody can give you love that's input into that product. And God kept telling me that like it be times where somebody will reach out to me and I had probably enough money to ship off their package. And I'd be like, God, I don't even got enough for an avocado. I don't got enough money for. And he'd be like, if you don't go ship that package,
I
and I
got
go
you.
ship the package, and I'll get another order in that's over $200, and then I'll be like, thank you, God. Like, and the person that came to me, they wouldn't have no money and couldn't pay for the product, but God, like, they reaching out to you, that's your person, help them. So I'd be like, okay, God, I got $5. I could buy an avocado, or I could go ship this package.
He will make a way. And
I
what he
swear,
will do.
I swear, and it's like being so humble. I have really took a very, very like not materialistic way because I could have did other stuff and got a job, but God was like, trust your purpose, walk in your purpose, follow
Mhm.
your business, and if I get a job, it'll take the time away from what I'm doing. And material wise, I will get more in what I want, but the way I'm doing it, it's not only showing me discipline, but it's a part of my story. Cause like in California, when I was shipping sea moss off, my car broke down. I didn't know nobody in California. I lived on a farm, and I was walking 3 miles to the post office and back every day shipping orders. And I have like 20 orders in my bag, walking down the road like, do 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 do. And nobody knows that, but it's like for my brand, I'm like, either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. And like how I started selling sea moss, I was on like day 80. I think it was around this time of the year. And Dr. CB's nephew reached out to me and was like, you want to sell sea moss? I'm like, what? He was like, do you want to sell sea moss? I'm like, I I don't even buy sea moss like that. He was like, I'm gonna send you 50 pounds. He sent me 50 pounds of sea moss when I first started, and I didn't have any money. And it's just like things aligned for me because it was what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't chasing it; it was coming to me. God, like, here, do this, do this. So,
So, for one that doesn't really know too much about sea moss, can you tell me what is sea moss?
so it is an algae. It contains all the minerals our body needs. Um, I make it into a powder form, so I do it differently than a lot of other people. So I put it through a more extensive cleaning process to make it a powder form that a lot of people don't know. So people are like, "How do you do that?" And I'm like, it takes a while, y'all. It takes a while, but basically, it's an algae. It does everything a vitamin is supposed to do, plus more. So if your body is missing iron, it'll give you iron. If you need magnesium, it has magnesium. It basically gives your body what it needs. So
So, like for myself, I no longer have a gallbladder, which makes me uh, a vitamin deficient. And so I take a lot of vitamins. I take a multivitamin and all of that. So are you saying with CMOS I could potentially get rid of all of those?
yes. So I used to be on the of multivitamin too. Now I take sea moss, bladder rack, and burdock root to get everything that you need. And also bladder rack helps with a lot of other stuff like your eyesight. If you have bad vision, and it fully detoxes you. So sea moss detoxes you also, and it just gives you everything your body needs. You can get off. So vitamins, they add a lot of like corn syrup, sugars, and stuff that our bodies don't need also.
Okay. I like that. About how much is your products?
So the gel is $20. Um, the sea moss capsules are 36. Bladder rack is 36. Maya is 55. The eye honey is 20, and my book is 20.
Okay. Maya, what is that?
So it is the formula that Dr. CB made for iron. So it has 26 herbs and it's good for people with anemia, constipation. Iron pushes everything out your body, oxygenates your cells. So iron, it's a very good product. It helped me get rid of the C word when it was really happening. So that with some olive leaf oil and some sea moss, and everybody was really those three herbs can get your fat. Well, that with oregano oil, keep those four in your house, and y'all can get through pretty much anything.
Okay. I have spinal stenosis. Do you have anything that could help me with that?
So, did they ever tell you you can't see the chiropractor?
I cannot go to a chiropractor any longer. I get injections in my spine now faithfully every 3 months. Um, one day I'm said to be in a wheelchair and lose my ball and bladder.
Okay. So, have you tried? Do you do physical therapy and all that?
I do. I do strengthening programs, which I think actually makes it worse for me.
Have you tried osteotherapy? I think it's called.
No, right now I'm just on machines.
Yeah, there's a few different things. Like start with sea moss. That will help kind of detox everything. Like I have a spine issue too. So I kind of know the feeling of not wanting to be in a wheelchair. So what I can recommend for you is ginger 3 times a day. You got to fight the inflammation. So basically what you have is inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
So start detoxing inflammation. So that means ginger. I don't usually recommend turmeric because of its hybrid, but for your situation, you can throw that in there once a week. Get that in. You need like, so I not only study Dr. CB, I study like Native American herbs, Chinese herbs. I'm versatile in every healing modality there is basically because I'm actually getting ready to graduate to be a chiropractor. So I want to give that back to the community.
Regrets.
So with your spine, if your spine is not aligned, it's hard to detox yourself. So that's why I asked. I do want you to see if you can go see an osteotherapist because it's not as invasive as chiropractor, but it will get you moving. So it'll help your spine move that inflammation out.
Mm-hmm.
And then ginger 3 times a day, and try to put castor oil on your spine.
Oh, I never would have thought about that. I have a bunch of castor oil only because I heard that that helps you go into labor early, and so um, had that for that. But I've never heard of it in that form. My sister had recommended ginger as well. Is there a way that you can get ginger without having to have it raw? I
Uh,
boil it and make a water with it, but it is just really harsh. So if one doesn't like that, do you have like a pill of ginger that gives
yeah,
you the same?
yes. So when I travel, because I take ginger 3 times a day myself, just because of the high level activity I do and my issues. So I take about probably 6 capsules of ginger a day.
Okay. How much do you sell those for?
Oh, you can buy them at the store. Fresh Thyme Market. They have a pretty good I think it's called Nature to Nature brand.
I've heard of that. Yes.
Yeah. So their brand is pretty well. I make them myself, but it takes me a little bit longer than the store can. So you might want to go to the store because I dry the ginger, I dehydrate it, I clean it, and then I grind it myself, and then I put it in the capsule. So it takes me a little bit longer. But the store, that's the brand I recommend. So.
Okay.
Nice. So sea moss and ginger. You got to get some of her sea moss. I'm getting that book. I think, and I don't know if you know, Jewel, we made you the business of the month for our newsletter.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
You are our featured business. So anyone who's watching the live or this recording later, if you have not signed up for our newsletter, Jewel is our business of the month. So we have a link where they can click on the newsletter and it'll go directly to your website. And we did feature your book as well as the sea moss on there. So, yeah.
And we all coming to get some sea moss, all of us.
Of course, yes. Seriously.
We're going to be putting in our order real quick here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to be begging you to make me some ginger.
I don't care how long it takes. Just
I don't care how long it takes. I don't care. I don't want it from the store.
I don't want it from nowhere else.
I already have too many store-bought medications on my route, and I'm tired of them because in reality, a lot of the medications that you do buy from the store are not as effective. So that's why I asked that, is because I've noticed that with my deficiency, I have to take my multivitamin, and then I still take a B12, and I still take a vitamin C and a vitamin D. And it's like, well, then what is the multivitamin?
Yep.
If I still have to add all of these other vitamins and my dresser looks like I just like to pop pills.
Okay.
No, I don't. Like, I would rather get the real deal, but not have to take the harshness of it. I literally went and bought a bunch of ginger. I shredded it down. I boiled it down. I then filtered it into some water and thought, like, I'm there. I'm great. I got up in the morning. I poured me a cup of it. I couldn't make it through. I was like, oh, this is not what's going on here. I felt like I was drinking hot sauce, and I don't like spicy things. It was spicy to me.
You can boil it, so make it warm, and then put like, I use date syrup or agave, or you can use honey. I don't recommend honey because I just don't eat any animal products, but you can make it hot like a tea too. And
Yeah, that's how I should have probably did. I even tried to dilute it with some ice, and I couldn't make it through the whole cup. And so I had made a big jug of it. It just sat in my fridge for like 3 weeks, and I just kept looking at it like, I don't think I can do this. And so it was very harsh.
Well, I am grateful to have had the opportunity to have you on. It was very important to me, to them, to the ladies. To have people on who are just doing amazing things. Part of what we do as Women Empowered is we connect with people that are empowering in every aspect of life. And you are definitely empowering in so many different areas. I mean, you touched on so many different areas in just this hour's time. And we're grateful and appreciative of that. I also just would love to see you at some of our empowered events that are coming up as well. And just to continue to get to know you and get to know who you are. You're on our show now, so you belong to us.
Yes.
You want us.
Yep, you want to now.
Well, and what you do is so important. Just to know what it is that you do, and then even your backstory to it, all kind of just really aligns to why it is important for us to take care of ourselves, and the way to go about it is to do a little bit more research. Don't just give up. Just don't lay down and say, okay, this is what it is that somebody has told me that my fate is. And so I think it just continues to roll back to, you are a sworn testament, and proven that somebody might tell you what your fate is, but that doesn't really have to be what it is.
Amen.
So if someone is just now tuning in, Jewel, what would be some takeaways on how they can reach you and what you stand for, and anything you want them to know?
Personally, I stand for togetherness, healing, and just wholeness as one. So everybody's so divided, and the world just needs kind of more togetherness. So like I'm about spreading love and healing and support, and any way I can help or support anybody, my inbox is open. I'm Jewel Jones, Alkaline Academy. My website is www.alkacademy.com. I might not get to you right away, but I'll get to you as soon as I can. And I'm not ignoring you by any means, but I run a business by myself. So everything you guys see from Alkaline Academy, that's me putting my love into every product. So I hand make every product y'all see, except for like the Maya and the eye honey. But everything else, I package it, design it, label, website, that's all me. So thank you guys for giving me some grace and patience and understanding and having me on the show. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you for coming. Thank you. Any other questions y'all have before we go?
I don't. I'm just extremely grateful right now. Truly.
I'm just amazed.
I know.
Yeah, truly. Like this has been great. And yeah, I have no questions. I was just gonna go and look on the website and see what else is on the website.
Right? I was already mentally like making my cart, like, okay, payday is next week.
Yep,
Time to get
I will be on there as well.
Uh-huh.
And it's very informational. So I thank you for that. I've heard CMOS, but never really knew what it was. And so usually when I've heard of someone that sells and or makes CMOS, I kind of just skip over it. Like, I don't know what that is. So thank you for breaking that down and explaining it, because if one just is like me and just skips over it, they'll never know the benefits that they could get.
Thank you. Again, thank you guys. Is there any other question you guys have?
No, I think we're
No,
good.
we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings. Y'all have a good one.
Have a
You
good
too.
night.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.